Your mother-in-law, who was once warm and excited about your pregnancy, has reacted strongly to Sarah's appearance. This reaction appears to stem from her belief that your baby should resemble her son more closely, given the mixed heritage. The stark contrast in Sarah's skin color and her having black hair and brown eyes, despite being born to a white mother and Indian father, has led her to question the paternity of the child. During the visit when your mother-in-law first met Sarah, her sudden outburst of disbelief, shrieking that the baby isn't her son's, must have been shocking for both you and your husband. It's understandable that emotions ran high in that moment, especially with a newborn present. Your husband's attempts to reassure her that the baby's appearance is normal and that she has light skin, which is also present in some Indian families, didn't resonate with her. This may suggest a deeper issue, possibly cultural biases regarding skin color and perceptions of identity within mixed-race families. In the weeks that have followed, your husband has continued to reach out to her, trying to explain the situation and dispel her doubts. Despite this, her refusal to engage with you or the baby until a paternity test is done must be frustrating and hurtful. It's evident that your mother-in-law's reaction is not just a misunderstanding, but also a refusal to accept the reality of your family dynamics. Your husband's suggestion to take a paternity test may stem from a desire to restore peace within the family and ensure that Sarah can have a relationship with her grandmother. However, it raises significant concerns about trust and respect in your family. You're understandably worried about your daughter's well-being and how this might affect her relationship with her grandmother moving forward. Considering the long-distance nature of your own family, the support of your mother-in-law and her family would have been invaluable, making this situation even more distressing. It's important to consider not only Sarah's potential relationship with her grandmother, but also the kind of environment she will be raised in. Trust is crucial in any familial relationship, and it's valid to feel hesitant about allowing your mother-in-law unsupervised access to Sarah after such an explosive reaction. The fear that she might inadvertently pass on negative feelings about identity and race to your daughter is very real and should not be taken lightly. In terms of next steps, it may be helpful to have a candid conversation with your husband about how both of you feel regarding the paternity test and your mother-in-law's behavior. Setting boundaries may be necessary to protect your family's peace. If you choose to proceed with the test, it's essential to do so with the understanding that this is for your mother-in-law's peace of mind rather than a reflection of your faith in your family. Ultimately, if you feel that your mother-in-law cannot respect you and your husband as parents or treat Sarah with love and acceptance, you might need to reconsider how much influence you want her to have in your daughter's life. It's crucial to prioritize your child's emotional health and ensure she grows up in an environment where she feels loved and accepted for who she is, without the burden of others' prejudices. The situation you're describing involves a complex family dynamic, particularly concerning issues of trust and acceptance related to a child's paternity and the underlying implications of race. It appears that there's a significant emotional weight tied to the mother-in-law's MIL, comments, and beliefs, and these issues can often reflect broader societal biases and personal insecurities. The core of the issue seems to stem from the MIL's initial assertion that the baby isn't her son's biological child. This accusation can be devastating, especially for the new mother, as it directly challenges her integrity and the legitimacy of her child. Even if a paternity test were conducted and confirmed that the child is indeed the son's, the MIL might not accept the results due to her entrenched beliefs. This situation highlights a troubling tendency among some individuals to cling to their preconceived notions regardless of factual evidence. Your recollection of a similar family scenario adds depth to the discussion. In that case, the MIL's refusal to accept her grandchild based on the child's lighter skin tone raises questions about her attitudes toward race and identity. It seems her skepticism was less about infidelity and more about the implications of having a grandchild with a white mother. This brings to light the uncomfortable reality that familial love can be intertwined with racial biases, leading to irrational conclusions and behaviors. Her repeated insistence on paternity tests for both grandchildren might indicate a deep-seated discomfort with the racial dynamics at play rather than just a desire for confirmation of parentage. In your situation, it's essential to consider the potential motivations of your MIL. While you may not suspect her of overt racism, it's worth reflecting on how her beliefs might influence her behavior towards your family. If you decide to go through with a paternity test, be prepared for the possibility that it might not change her opinion. She could continue to express doubts or make disparaging comments. This reality underscores the importance of establishing boundaries to protect your family unit from negativity. The emotional fallout from such accusations can be profound. It's understandable that you would not want to engage with someone who has shown such a lack of respect and trust. A sincere apology from your MIL may be necessary to rebuild that relationship. In many cultures, there's an expectation that elders do not apologize to younger family members, which can create an additional layer of complexity. Regardless of cultural norms, it's crucial to address the situation directly. Dismissing it could lead to further resentment and misunderstandings. Choosing not to pursue the paternity test could alleviate some of the immediate stress, particularly for your husband, who may find himself in a difficult position of needing to defend you against his mother's allegations. This situation could escalate into significant conflict within the family, leading to anxiety and emotional distress during a time when both of you should be focused on your new child. Ultimately, it's important to prioritize your family's well-being. Maintaining limited contact with your MIL might be necessary until she acknowledges the harm of her comments and demonstrates a willingness to respect you and your family. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family members can provide a nurturing environment for your baby, and you may find that many people can raise children successfully without relying heavily on their in-laws. In conclusion, while the path forward may not be clear-cut, it's essential to prioritize open communication and emotional safety for your family. Taking a stand against hurtful behavior and setting firm boundaries can ultimately lead to healthier relationships, whether that's with your MIL or within the broader family context.